Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right?
What's good, guys? I'm Paul from Simplified Handles, and in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing 5 tips to improve your spin move. Let's jump right into it. All right, guys, tip number 1 is timing and pounding the basketball with your gather step. So as you approach the defender for the spin move, we're initiating the move by taking this drop step. This inside foot is what we're calling the gather step. Now, the dribble before is really important. You want to time that gather step at the same time as you dribble that ball. Secondly, it's pounding the basketball before the spin move. So as you take this at the same time as your gather step, you really want to pound that basketball so it helps you create that momentum and torque into the spin move. I think a common mistake I see a lot of players making is they approach the defender, but instead of pounding that ball, it's very light, and that ball gets stuck behind them as they try to take that spin for the basket. All right, tip number 2 is tucking in the basketball. What separates a good versus a nasty spin move is how fast and smooth you could complete that spin. So there's a few different ways that you could do the tuck. You could come in here, tuck that in with one hand towards your body and complete the spin. Or you could take the running back approach. As you approach your defender, you take both hands over it, tuck it towards your body, and attack the basket. Players like Derrick Rose, Kyrie Irving, they're nasty at the spin move because they're tucking that ball in real tight to maximize your speed and getting low to get the most amount of momentum and torque towards the basket. Now, the second reason we're tucking in that basketball is for protection. If I'm coming towards the defender and I'm holding the ball out wide for the spin, it's easy for that help side defense to strip the ball or for my defender to get in there as well. All right, guys, tip number 3 is ending towards the basket. A common mistake I see a lot of players making is as they hit the spin move, they end up fading away from the basket and it ultimately ends up in a bad shot. What you want to do is as you hit the spin move, you want to end up square to the basket. So as you hit the spin, both feet should land square to the basket so it gives you the best opportunity to finish the layup. And in order to end towards the basket, it's really important to have a wide base. So as you take this gather step and this pound dribble, you really want to start off wide. Now as you spin, you want to land on your right and left that are pointing to the basket. In order to do this, you just have to be intentional. Just right, left, really firmly digging your feet into the ground so that you can finish for that layup. All right, guys, tip number 4 is pushing off and getting distance. The spin move, you can use it going downhill, attacking the basket on a fast break. And when you do that, you really want to get as much distance as you can. So let's say I'm attacking the basket. As I take this gather step, it serves 2 purposes. It helps me spin, but most importantly, I use it to push off to get distance towards the basket. A common mistake I see a lot of players making is as they take that final step, they kind of leave it dragging on the ground, so there's not as much momentum and distance that you could get towards the basket. With this, it's important to know your distance. Different players can get different amount of space with their spin move. So as you're attacking the rim going downhill, you want to refrain from taking it too deep, because now look, I'm under the basket, I don't have a good angle towards it. So you got to know your distance. So for me, if I'm attacking the rim going downhill, I ideally want to hit the move maybe around this second hash, because as I finish, I know I'll end up right in front of the rim. So let me demonstrate that for you guys. fifth and final tip is attacking at an angle. The spin move is the best when you're using 45 degrees towards the basket. So let's say, for example, I'm attacking the basket this way. My defender is gonna come and follow me and shield me off this way. This is the perfect angle and opportunity for me to hit the spin and end up square to the basket. But let's say, for example, you're not attacking the rim at an angle, you're just attacking it dead on. That leads to an issue. So if I'm attacking the defender straight on, I hit the spin move, I end up kind of fading away from the basket, and I think that's a common mistake a lot of players are making. So it's really important to know the different angles that you have. So for example, at the top of the key, I'm gonna attack the wing, have my defender come follow me, and then hit the spin. Or for example, if I'm on the wing here, right? Same thing, I wanna attack the defender at an angle, and hit the spin move so it ends up in a good angle and opportunity for me to finish that layup. So as you do the spin move, don't just work on the spin move, getting the drill down, but know when and when not to use it in a game. All right, guys, to wrap up the video, I have a few drills for you guys to incorporate into your routine so you guys can really master the spin move. The first drill is a stationary drill. For this drill, you really want to focus on your footwork, having a wide base, and as you land for the finish, you really want to end up square to where you're standing. So stationary drill, we're gonna initiate with this gather step and just end here. We're gonna do that 10 times. Really focus on that footwork. Now drill number 2 is the one dribble spin. So you want to get close to the basket, off the triple threat, just one dribble, ending up with the spin move. Finishing with the left hand. One more time. Now the final drill is the 2 dribble spin. So what you want to do is you want to start off on the wing off the triple threat. We're taking 2 dribbles, hitting the spin move, and then finishing with your right hand. We're going to do this 10 times on each side. It's really important to find that rhythm. Know the number of steps and the number of dribbles that it's going to take to attack the rim. So I'm attacking, taking that gather step, and finishing at the basket. So we're going to do that 10 times. Really try to focus on everything that we discuss, from the gather step to the pound, tucking that basketball in, finishing towards the basket, and really pushing off that foot. All right, that brings us to the end of the video. If you guys learned anything, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.